Hello, Monday's chit chat time. Um, I choose to dedicate this video today to a person whom I will not name because it's not necessary. The dedication goes from my heart straight to her, and what I'm talking about will ring a bell for her and for others as well, for sure. In fact, I'm reflecting on what cancer is. Cancer comes into your life when you're absolutely not expecting it. What do we do in our life? We spend our life building something. We have an idea, we have a concept of what we want to do, what we want to achieve, right? We dream of meeting someone, buying a house, having children, and we're very organized in the way we proceed, in the way we plan every step of the way. We feel safe in that environment because that's the measure of control that we have. Then after that comes cancer. Plucks us out of our secure zone, destroys everything in its path, and then drops us like a little chicken bone. Poof! And you're left to pick up the pieces and try to find the other chicken bones to finally rebuild a skeleton, rebuild a plan, rebuild a scheme, rebuild a life, rebuild something. Sometimes you don't know what. But the after effect, the aftertaste of all of this basically comes back to one word: fear. Fear that it comes back, fear that it comes again, fear that you're going to be plucked out again from the crowd, fear that everything you're trying to rebuild another time will be destroyed again, but also the fear of not being able to stop it, not being able to do a thing about it. So it's lack of control. That's the part where there's nothing we can do. It's destiny. It's all metaphysics. It's all that stuff, all that aspect of our life on which we build dreams, and we use that usually to help us consolidate our ideas and our plans and projects, but we don't rely on that to really build in a concrete way. But that fear paralyzes us. I know, for example, 13 years, 14, actually, the time passes, my God. I gotta stop saying 13 years ago, it's now 14 years ago. After the first cancer, I remember the reaction I had at one point. And one day, I just went through a pop. Like when you have a bottle, it's like under pressure, and then you open it and it goes poof. Well, it really happened like that. One day, it was just too much. I just didn't want to have anything to do with cancer anymore. I didn't want to be called a survivor. I didn't want to hear about cancer. Whenever I went somewhere and I saw people, volunteers trying to gather money for cancer research and all that, I would walk away. I would turn around. I would not face it. I didn't want to hear anything about cancer anymore. Actually, I stopped going to my visits. I just turned the page, like bang, didn't want to hear a thing about it. I did that for 14 years until, well, finally the pendulum decided that it's my time to get back in the race for that. But what is the effect in our daily life? That fear that it creates in us, that fear that no matter what we do, even if we take the best care of ourselves, bang, it can happen anytime. And that everything that we believe in, everything that we've built just gets shattered. And people who don't have it, who don't have cancer, or who didn't have it ever, sometimes they just don't grasp the importance, the consequence, the impact it has in our life, in the people who surround us, in their life as well, because it's like, it's like a storm, it comes in and wham, picks up everything on its way. oh, it's something else. So I know that this person feels the hurt, feels the fear, and I've been thinking a lot about her because I can relate totally. You know, we've been talking about it throughout all those videos. I mean, clearly, if you look at me, I feel better. I am better. I'm moving forward, but it's all very slow. It's all one step at a time. I'm following curves. You know, one day it's up, and the other day it's down, and then it goes up again, and I realize a lot of things about us, about how we build our lives, and about our tangibility here on this planet, on this earth. And it's not fake, it's not a mystery, it's totally real, it's totally that. What do we feel when this happens? And basically we fear to not have the control, to not be able to decide, okay, all right, I'll do it, Of course we don't. And what do we feel beside the fear? We feel deception. We feel our safety has been attacked. The safety net that we've been spending our whole life building just goes wham under our feet and leaves you wham dry like a chicken bone again. I think it's a good example. And it's terrifying. It's really difficult. So what do we have to do? What is the countermeasure that we can bring in this whole understanding of uncertainty? It's our beliefs, it's our strength, it's our willpower, it's the fact that we could be positive no matter what. It is also connecting to others who are understanding this condition for whatever reason. It doesn't have to be cancer. Remember, we always talk about cancer in this video because that's the origin of it all. But a lot of these emotions, a lot of these feelings exist and can be caused by other situations in life. So what I would like you to do this week, I would like everybody to connect to this part of yourself where, you feel safe, and realize that this safety is virtual. This safety does not exist. So what do you do every day to travel between safety and belief, safety and hope? Reflect on that. It's important because this way maybe you don't take certain things for granted. It's the worst thing that can happen to us when we take it all for granted, and then it shows up in our life and takes us down. So let's band together. Let's connect to each other. Let's get some strength from each other, and let's have a good week. Thank you.